guys? I'm Eli.
I'm Mano.
I'm Nick.
And we are
Nothing of Note.
And today we are watching
The Legend
of Vox Machina.
Season 2, Episode
4 through...
Not at one time.
This video, we're watching Episode 4.
I bet you sweet Bippy. I ain't editing another 3-parter. I swear.
Is your name Orly? Are you...
He doesn't know who Orly
I know,
is.
but the viewers will.
Some of them.
Well, Vex is dead. Me and Nicholas are quite...
Good Reddit! No, I'm kidding.
And Mano's gonna be soon. No, I'm just kidding. Me and Nick are sad about it. Mano's kind of indifferent. I think...
Yeah. I'm kind of indifferent on it. It's just, I don't feel like it was really developed as the character relations on that. And so I'm hoping this episode like kind of delves into everyone feeling bad about it. Right. And so I know like the squad cares, right? And so that'll put me in a position where like, oh, I should care more.
Yeah.
But I didn't really care about the character, and then it happened so suddenly. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I think we'll see with like Vax, her brother Percy triggered the thing that killed her. So hopefully we'll see some of that. But yeah. Let's get into it. Roll.
I was going to say, we're going to roll.
Critical, roll. It's still like reverberatory. I don't think that's a word, by the way.
That's not.
I like to make up
I understood
words.
what you were going for, though.
I like to make up words.
Where
Lizard folk.
Just going into it, huh?
Well, I don't think so.
It's a...
It's a flash beak.
I'm glad,
Is there a bear in there? Oh.
I'm glad the flashback is... I'm glad it's starting with a flashback.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted from this episode. Stuff like this.
I forget I'm worth more alive.
Who the hell are these people?
Bandits? Poachers, maybe?
Poachers.
I've been hearing horrid sounds.
This is where you find Trinket.
Let's not stick around to find out.
Ooh.
Yummy.
Are these like half-orcs? What are they?
I mean, that looked like a lizard.
No.
They're
lizard
troglodytes,
Oh.
I think.
Not lizard folk?
They're the lizard folk adjacent.
He needs mercy. Whatever happens.
Oh, or is it you kill him and then you get the cub?
Vex.
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah. She said he needs mercy. That's the only reason I thought of that.
That's something we didn't see. Wasn't Trinket supposed to get whacked as well?
It's okay. Easy.
I think so.
You can rest now.
Oh, yeah.
Because after seeing that scene, I watched the side-by-side with the campaign, the show. It's like they both took, 56 damage, I think the number was.
It was a mother?
It's okay.
Yeah, we are. There's the little one.
I was right.
What are you doing?
You can't just leave him here.
What? No, what are you going to do? Raise a damn bear?
Yes.
Yes.
Embrace what's in front of you. Don't fight it.
Point, right?
Right.
Pervon.
Yeah.
Shit, they found it. She's gonna owe me big time for this. If it works. Spell's not holding!
No! It's not working!
Because we're inside her temple. This is the domain of the Matron of Ravens. She's too fucking strong!
Gods have no authority here.
What? Can we maybe move back somewhere else?
We're underneath a lake. There is no somewhere else.
There's gotta be another potion or something!
It's no use. She's done.
Why is he trying so hard to help when the last time they were like, oh, we'll get rid of them and do this ourselves?
We didn't want
It's
him to die.
different between...
He just wanted to beat them to the treasure.
Their whole, like they even said it last episode, it's like, oh, we'll just let them take the brunt of what's to come. This is taking the brunt of what's to come.
Well, to be fair, at this point, they thought they were ahead of them. They just didn't realize they went the wrong way.
Take me instead, you raven bitch!
Oh.
Probably shouldn't talk to a god that way.
I wanted scissors, like Hercules.
Easy. Oh, thank the Everlight. Oh, I can't believe you pulled that off.
Holy shit, I'm amazing.
Touch the armor. And you fucking died.
Grog.
Oh my
Dead.
god.
This is crazy. Landed stone cold.
Your bargain has won.
Stay close, you guys. I feel like we should be keeping an eye out for traps.
Pretty sure Grog set them all off on the way in.
You're welcome.
Ooh, I like the Dawnfather with the
Yeah.
sun face.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
this
see
is
the
cool.
calamity.
Yeah.
I like the classic armor look that they have.
Bro. Oh.
You all seen this?
No, none of them have connections to this.
Oh, is that the Dawnfather? No.
No,
Oh,
it's the other Sphinx.
That curve. Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh shit.
We talked about this.
Just like you the whole time?
Kind of. But it's different.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I got you. Oh, no, I don't.
Nice try, Mike.
I mean, to be fair, she did protect him. Oh.
That looked like it hurt a little bit. Man, if this was anime, this would be weird.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Not dead. I think he's just petrified.
If this was anime, this would be weird.
It's everywhere.
The noise it's making. I love that he says it sings it every time.
It's Bart.
It got to.
Broke those ankles.
Oh, dang.
This is getting
3
out of
down.
control. What's important is we're here now.
Oh, get him back in the location.
That's what you should say out loud,
Yeah.
where everyone can hear and be like,
Oh, I understand what it is now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, so she's super reckless
yeah.
for that. But that's kind of like how she's been portrayed. So it makes sense.
Yeah. Why are you do you not have daggers?
Dang.
I love the blood splatter on that.
Yeah,
That was
just-
Too easy. Mike, take my hand.
great. Which one?
I got you, damn it. Do not let me.
Aww.
Hey, she won't. She won't let go.
Yep.
Great.
Okay.
Ah.
Jeez.
Got full on Dak Prescott.
Yeah, trinket.
Looks more human now.
Hail the new champion.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Makes him really fast.
Oh. Oh.
Way more fun when it's not turn-based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, we didn't have a goo-goo eye moment when he saves Keyleth?
Doing that.
Vestige.
What's the point?
It has to be.
What's the point? It only has one eye. That's why it's... That's its
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I really liked that a lot.
Yes.
That's cool imagery.
Yes.
In the eyeball. Oh!
Finish him.
That was so good. Oh.
Well, damn.
Exactly, Grog.
I know it won't make up for what happened, but I want you to have this.
Oh,
You might need it on the road ahead. It keeps a creature safely tucked away in a tiny pocket until you need it. It's yours now.
I
And
see.
what about my debt to the Slayer's take?
What debt?
I'd say take care of yourselves, but it seems that's the one thing you know how to do.
Oh, don't worry about us, love. You've got bigger fish to fry.
Hey,
What?
his antlers watching me walk away.
Of course, love.
She kept a creature in it. Do you know what I bet would fit in it nicely?
Me.
I need a way to keep you out of danger. As you say, try it. Come on, just try it. Maybe it'll be fun.
I got next. I had to. But I don't know what's going to happen to me. To any of us.
Brother, whatever this all means, we'll figure it out. Nothing's changed.
Except that you're
Everything's changed.
the Flash now.
Lame.
Ripley! Is that Western?
Probably. I thought
Alright.
Oh.
took everything I had not to just hit your belly.
Yeah, I know. Me too, honestly.
So-
Great fight scene.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
What?
He didn't like it.
No, I enjoyed the episode. Good fight scene, great animation. It was fun.
Yep.
It just, I don't know.
You have to use your words. We're a review channel here.
She should have stayed dead.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
D&D character should have stayed dead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's a show, damn it.
But they did establish, like,
Yeah.
it's hard to pull off. Matt Mercer specifically has homebrewed rules.
Yeah.
Also, whenever you come back, in his, you lose Constitution, so you can only die so many times, and
Yeah.
you get less hit points after you come back.
I didn't
So,
know that.
Yeah, you lose Constitution from your Constitution score, so you start going down hit points if you die too much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, each time you die, it's harder to come back.
I knew about that because he
So-
raises the DC. That they
Yeah,
have
the
to
DC
make.
raises each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole rule set. I really like the rule set. I use it in my games.
Yeah.
Because I like it better than just vanilla D&D rules because it's just too easy to
Well, then
revive.
it's just, because then as long as you have money or the diamond on you,
Yeah.
like it's not a problem.
Yeah.
I like that it's hard to. Yeah, I like that a lot. I really like. I that makes sense how they did her getting the necklace. to keep
Yeah,
shrinking
the
it.
Pokeball.
Yeah, basically.
Which they jokingly call it the Pokeball. I love that the design. It kind of looks like you can see it.
If you
Kind
turn
of the
it sideways,
Pokeball.
It's got the dot in the middle.
With the two
You
of
can
them.
see that.
So I was like, oh, that's kind of fun.
They like
So-
got as close as they could without getting sued.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think they did a good job though, because I wanted her to stay dead story-wise for a show. So I think they're doing a good job in the idea that even if you know about the campaign, it's starting to actually feel like a show.
Yes.
And I want to see show things happen, and obviously they're not going to because it's still a campaign
Right.
in the background that's actually happening. But I think it's a good thing. They're translating it very well now. I think the first season, I don't think it was translated that well, and there was a lot of points where I was like, oh yeah, game.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's like, oh, it is a game.
Right. But her death, it's not just she's back alive now, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
there are things that happen because of that.
Yeah, and also, I mean, it seems like because in the show, she does get resurrected
In the
from
campaign.
in the campaign she gets resurrected from a spell. In this, it almost seems like they made it to where the spell didn't actually work.
The spell didn't work.
Yeah.
The Raven Queen
Right.
It was
didn't take her.
very close to failing.
Yeah.
And the way he also does it is like they do like series of checks to see if they succeed.
And they can offer
and
things
his check where he like demanded that the Raven Queen take him instead
Hit a roll
was the thing that pushed the DC down enough to
make the spell work.
it work. So I like that they didn't just like, oh yeah, the spell worked because he did that and then the spell worked.
Right.
So it's more like
Yeah.
he does that and that's
The
the reason.
bargain happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes it more like, in my opinion, like believable. If you're watching a show, you don't know the campaign, you're just watching this show. It makes it more interesting, more believable. It's like, oh, they switched places.
And also you look at the character progression too. Like now, her death, even from your perspective now, means a lot more because now it sets up this whole character progression for Vax.
It doesn't mean more. I would argue it means less because it didn't. There wasn't any like.
I don't mean that her death
Long-term
didn't mean anything to her.
consequences.
I mean as far as
Yeah.
character progression goes. Her death and coming back sets up this whole character progression for Vax now. He's on a path, right?
While also setting a different path for Vex.
Yeah. And Percy got punched in the face.
Yeah. And I didn't like that because what is he supposed to know? First off, the person who said the trap wasn't there wasn't Percy.
Right, but Vax wasn't there for that.
Okay.
Also, I mean,
Use your words.
Percy
Also, he's
said it was
emotional.
his fault. Vax punched
Yeah.
him.
Well, he feeling guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Vax, again, Vax
Shouldn't have punched
also,
him. I think that's silly.
look how emotional Vax. It is silly, but that's what emotions are.
right. It's it's establishing that dynamic between Vax and Percy that in the campaign you have more time to flesh out. They pin it all on this. In the campaign, there's lots of reasons why Vax and Percy have issues with each other. Well, Vax
Yeah.
has issues with Percy.
Because this just seems childish to me. Like everything worked out,
Yeah,
She's
it
not
seems
dead.
childish that...
and it does
Eh.
though. It's like she's not dead. He's mad to be mad at this point.
Yeah. Someone doesn't handle proper gun safety. Gun goes off right next to your sister's ear. She's fine, but like
No, she wouldn't be
it's
fine.
a close call. Yeah, I mean,
Probably
right. Okay, well, Vex
partial
is
ear.
right. Vex isn't
But
just
that's not
just fine.
comparable. That's not.
I'm
comparable.
saying like
You're right,
it's
it's not
still
normal because what he did was way worse than the fact that she died.
No, it'd be like if that shot hit and then they were revived.
right.
It's just that doesn't work.
Also, I think that the other thing you have to realize too is that I think that Vax knows what no one else knows is that he's the reason that she brought back. And I think that's the reason that he was pissed at Percy, by the way, is that he's like, you made me plead this thing, and now I don't know what's going to happen. He's pissed about that, and I think that's why he's mad at Percy. He's not mad necessarily just because he got his sister killed, but he's pissed because he made this deal or this bargain, and now he's freaking out, and it's because of Percy.
That's more believable.
That's what I thought from the minute I
Yeah.
watched it. And that's honestly not something that I get from watching the campaign. That's strictly just from watching the show that I think.
I feel like that's a better interpretation of it, because otherwise it just seems kind of childish. Like, it all worked out. Y'all have been a group. Y'all have been working together. It's silly to really lord this part over him at this point, especially when, yes, he's taking the blame, but it wasn't his fault.
I don't think it's childish. I think
I don't either.
it was a fit of rage in the moment, and it was a setting up. Like, he's not lording it over him. He punched him in the face, and they're moving on.
I do. It does make me always think about that. Like, a friend I have who's like does something really reckless, and like it could have went really bad, but it didn't. And then it's like the guy who's like, "Dude, you need to drive safer." But did we die?
Yeah.
No.
It turned out fine.
We didn't die, but we very well could have because of your actions. But again, I think I do see your side of the argument that she said that it was safe.
It's still not comparable to those two examples. The lead on what happened is you doing something. This was a two-man job.
Yeah.
And both failed.
Like I said, I see your side, but also to his point, Vax only has the information he's given. And not only is he emotional, so he's like, oh my gosh, my sister died. What happened? And then this person, it's my fault. And he goes, okay. Mad, like,
well, he said he didn't even want to talk about it, right? So he's not asking questions, which is why, again, I see it as childish. Like, use your words before you start punching.
And it also may be that he's like punched him and was like, don't talk to me right now because I'll be pissed. Because he doesn't know. Maybe he's going to say, he's going to make an excuse, or he's going to say, oh, I didn't do this and I didn't think about it, or I wasn't paying attention. When really he's going to say, she said it was safe, and then he's going to be like, oh, okay. But he doesn't know what he's going to say.
Well, he's not going to
say that. So he's like, I don't want to beat the
feels
living
guilty
crap
anyways.
out of you.
Yeah.
If, like, I want to be calm enough that when you tell me, I'm able to still be ticked at you, but not act childish. So I need time. Turns out, what he's going to say is that, really wasn't his fault, and Vax will probably be like, hey man, don't blame yourself. But we'll see. I don't know. But I really enjoyed the episode a lot. I liked the fight scene whenever the armor activates for him. It felt that, honestly, it's the first episode I've watched where it felt very anime to me. Like, I haven't really looked at this show so much like I've watched a lot of anime, but like that whole, like, they're losing, and this guy who has the powers, like, he's stuck, and then, but he snaps, and then, Kamehameha, like, it felt like that moment, and watching those as a kid, like, that's one of my favorite, like, you just get all like, oh, get him, and I love it, it's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's my favorite feeling.
I think the armor also gives him, like, resistance to a certain type of damage, and he can change it after a short rest or something like that, but...
Is it considered a cursed item?
No.
No.
Not that I know.
Interesting.
Not in the campaign anyway,
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to watch the next few episodes. I think at this point, unless you have anything else...
I did want to point out the gold string tying Vax to the Raven Queen and the gold string in the intro to the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That was creepy when she started pulling him. Oh. I was like, oh.
I like how creepy she is.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I love the perspective change of, like, her, like, growing.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Oh, and when he's and when he's in the
because like Matt specifically described something similar to that, and I definitely remember that of like all of a sudden she's just massive.
Yeah,
and so like getting to see the way they did it was really cool.
Yeah, and in the fight scene, whenever he's about to throw that final knife blow, and she's in like the glass behind him, yeah, that was really cool too. What's the word I'm looking for? Spoiler. Welcome to the portion where we talk about spoiler things for people who have seen the campaign. If you haven't seen the campaign, don't watch this because we're going to give things away.
Yeah.
So if you're here, stop watching right now. Stop watching our video.
Go to
and
Discord.
Then continue to watch all our other videos and subscribe and like and comment. All right. So first thing I want to say, because it's just kind of an off shorthand, we talked about the Pokeball, but I love it was that little tease where Grog said, "Can I get in it?" And it's like, oh, because whenever he's fighting,
I did write that down. Yeah. I am very excited for that. That's gonna be the season. I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that fight.
I feel like getting to see like that anime where like I don't know how they'll do it in the show, but she'll have him in the necklace and like throw it way up in the air, and then he'll like come out or something and just dive bomb. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it's gonna be so awesome.
I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm super
awesome.
excited for that.
That's the only thing I could really think about off the top of my head at the moment. But what else you got?
I mean, whenever they showed Pervon, I thought he was the Death Knight from Vecna. For a second there,
I totally did too for
like,
just a second, and then I saw the Raven armor.
Yeah,
like, it's obviously it's Pervon.
Yeah, so it did take me a second. I like how they're establishing how he became the champion and everything.
I think they're doing a really good job with it.
I like that part of it a lot.
I like the way that he. I mean, I guess it isn't spoiler stuff, but like, I like the way that they did with Pervon, like how he accepted his death, because I feel like that's showing. Like that's the that's the beginnings of like at the end of the campaign.
Yeah, I mean he has to,
and he accepts it, like, and he accepts death just in general. Like I feel like it's leading up to him, and even that vision almost where he saw the old man, and it's like she's teaching him like, you're my champion, like you agreed to this, and like you have to be able to accept like people passing.
Yeah,
like I think it's pretty cool.
Right. Well, I mean that's part of becoming a champion is like he has to accept that role,
right?
And like that's him accepting it.
Yeah.
Mano said in between us filming the last set and this set, he said, "Yeah, I watched or I saw some like side by side gameplay." Or he said, "I saw some gameplay of Vax dying," and I was like, "Do you mean Vex?" And he said, "Yeah," and I was like, "Okay." Yeah. I was like, so
no,
that was fun.
Stop watching that right now.
I was like, what? So, but no, I'm.
Yeah, I think they're doing a really. I agree with you. They're doing a really good job with setting him up as the champion.
Yeah.
Like how they set him up and how they're continuing to set up him being the champion. And
I do like the changes that they made with Zara and Cash. I think that there is a little bit of like it doesn't quite make sense that like Mano is feeling, but like I think that it's good changes that help us down the road.
Yeah,
especially with cutting out the beginning parts.
I do see it definitely from his perspective in that way, and even from my perspective, like I feel indifferent about it because of the voice actors and all the stuff that happened before. I don't want them to be that way, but I get it, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
yeah,
and like. That's how you do the beholder thing, which they changed up the beholder. They just made it turn him to stone.
Yeah.
Which I think Lady Kima was there whenever they in the campaign at this point, which is some like
I think you're right.
Yeah, because she got like that. She got like the Holy Avenger or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's regardless of the point. Yeah. I feel like I remember her getting tossed down a hole.
Maybe. Yeah.
But
yeah. On. Crap, what was I going to say? On Cash and Zara. Crap. I forget what I was going to say. I don't know. I can't forget. I totally just spaced on it. Must be not important. Must be nothing of note. But yeah, the first 3 episodes were... I don't want to say they were weak, but like it's just how it always is. There's the setup, but I feel like
no, I felt like the first 3 were solid.
No, I do too. I'm just saying. Yeah, I said weak. That's not the right word. Just always the beginning of the episodes after you come off of a season, I like just want to get into everything. And the first episode, not so much. Like obviously it was crazy, but like just going from here, like we're starting to see like really big events. Like and again with the first episode, seeing the dragons attack, and then seeing Vex's death and Vax pleading, like this is just the stuff that like I was dreaming about whenever I first heard about that they're gonna do this in the show. Like these are the moments that I was like, I want to see that on scene. And I even saw a clip the other day of the cast talking like on I think it was a Vox Machina, and they were talking about like if you could ever animate, the show, like what's the one thing that you think would be the craziest thing to see animated? This is well before they and they're like, oh, the attack on Mano would be crazy. And like and I told someone to edit it where they're like just all the death and the destruction, and it's just like showing like how they did in the show, and they've just done such a good job at translating this from a director's cut to a show. It also makes you appreciate like cinema in general and just film and just like all the ideas that someone has, but they have to condense it. It's like someone who's in love with all this, like we're in love with all the story, even, and like seeing how, but it's never going to work on screen unless you condense it down to this, and how hard of a job that is.
Yeah, I mean, like it's taking a novel to it's that type of idea, taking a novel to a movie.
Yeah, it makes me want to be way less critical on everything. Like on everything, just when I
think we have to be critical though, because there's a difference between I think the Lord of the Rings adaptations were great. I think the Harry Potter adaptations were really good. There's a lot of times where people they're like, oh yeah, we want to adapt it, but then they just kind of throw away some of these key things that you need to make it good. And I think that's the problem, is like you've got some book movies that are really good like that, but like the video game stuff, like they're not giving it the same respect. Like, yes, people have already seen that, they've already played through it, but you can still have it treated the same way as a book.
Right.
With, like, yes, they've already read the book. They know, they visualized what happened. You're just giving them a different view of it. So why not make it a faithful adaptation?
Right.
This show is like as faithful as you can be because the executive producers are the cast. They're the people who did it. So
yeah, I guess I actually meant I'm with you on that. I meant just in general of like just a film, like just filmography, just someone who has 4 hours with stuff, but it's like this has to be a 2-hour movie, like just that. Like it makes me respect it a lot more.
Yeah,
but I do agree that I mean I think that when it comes to things I'm a fan of, I am probably a lot more critical on.
Yeah, and I mean like again, we have to be, or else we get like the Aragon movie.
I was just about to say that.
You know, the Percy Jackson movie. Like there's reasons that those flopped. Didn't do very well,
right?
And then whereas other things like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings did do well,
right?
So you don't have to have every scene, but the characters have to feel like the characters, and if they don't, you failed.
Yep.
So that was a big tangent, but
yeah. Well, anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think about the show so far.
Yeah.
Bash Mano. And we love you. Thanks for watching. We have nothing of note. We're signing off.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, I did a really weird outro there.
Signing off.
Signing off.